Her laugh echoed from the gate when she returned, carrying the smoke of a barbecue that wasn't ours. I was kneeling at the pool's edge, the silence already screaming. Our sun floated face down, tiny bubbles escaping like secrets no one should ever hear. She dropped her plate, the glass shattered. "What happened?" she screamed. I didn't answer. My eyes were locked on the water. I had pulled him out minutes earlier. His lips were pale, his chest still. The ripples around him had stilled long before she came back. She stumbled forward, shaking, gasping. "I just left him for a little while. He needs to learn. He needs to learn to swim." Her words sliced into me like broken glass. She thought this was education, independence, a lesson. But lessons have consequences, and this one left me kneeling in silence, staring at the end of innocence. At first, I told myself it was grief talking. She was in shock, denial. But the more I listened, the more I heard it, the undercurrent of something else. Her tone wasn't just guilt, it was justification. "He's strong. He's not a baby anymore," she whispered later, trembling with a cigarette in her hand. "You coddle him. He needs discipline." Discipline? For a 3-year-old? Her phone buzzed that night. She didn't know I was watching. She turned away, laughed softly. Too softly for a widow who had just buried her child in water. I stared at her shoulders, at the glow of the screen lighting her face. She typed fast, deleted faster. There was someone else. I didn't need proof yet. I could feel it. The indifference, the careless cruelty. It wasn't new. It had roots. When she left our son in that pool, it wasn't just negligence. It was liberation. And I knew then his death was only part of the betrayal. I became quiet, colder. She thought I was shutting down. In truth, I was sharpening. I sifted through her phone when she showered. Password cracked with ease. It was his birthday. Not mine. Not our son's. His. Messages confirmed what I already knew. Dinners, motels, secrets dressed as love. She hadn't lost herself in grief. She had been gone long before the water stilled. The pool became my ally. Every night I sat there, staring into its depth, thinking. It had taken my son, but it had also revealed the truth. I checked bank statements, hotel charges, withdrawals. She was careless, intoxicated by her own lies. One night, I found the name. A man I had shaken hands with once. He smiled too long at her back then. I thought it was harmless. Now I knew. I didn't rage. I didn't confront. I let it build, quiet and steady. Because silence creates gravity, and gravity pulls liars down into their own ruin. The DNA test came back on a Tuesday. My hands were steady as I opened the envelope. Not mine. The boy I had buried was not my blood. He was hers and his. The world went silent again, like the moment I saw my son floating. But this time, there were no bubbles, no water. Only truth. That evening, I placed the report on the table. She walked in, phone still warm from another conversation. "What's this?" she asked. "Read," I said. Her eyes scanned the words. Her lips parted. Her skin drained of color. "It's not true. It can't." I said nothing. My silence strangled her better than any words. She collapsed into the chair, gasping. "Please, don't tell him. Don't ruin us." Us. Not me. Not our son. Us. I slid the phone across the table, her messages already open, his name flashing in bold. She froze. "You were careful," I said softly. "But not enough." Her hands trembled as she reached for the phone. I pulled it back. "No, he'll hear it from me." Her eyes widened, tears finally breaking through. But they weren't for the child we lost. They were for herself, for the house, the reputation, the fantasy she had built in shadows. I stood, coat in hand, calm as stone. She reached for me once, desperate. I didn't move. "Bury him twice," I said. "First in water, now in truth." I walked to the pool one last time before leaving. The water was still, black in the night, holding no reflection. I realized I hadn't lost a son. I had been robbed of one. Raised him in my heart, not my blood. And that was why the silence hurt more than anything. But silence can also free. She would face the man she betrayed me with. She would face the whispers. She would face herself. And every glance, every rumor, every accusation would be another stone dragging her down into the same water she left him in. I would not raise my voice. I would not lift a hand. The truth was already drowning her. I left the house without a sound, letting the quiet finish what the water had started.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.